Together, the southern states sent 130 members to the Lok Sabha. And these are 130 seats where the BJP has huge room for improvement. The BJP has always had a presence in Kerala. The Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh has been present in Kerala for decades. In fact, you could call Kerala one of their projects. Even in the last election, the BJP won almost 14% of the votes cast in Kerala. Now, how do you translate votes into seats, right? And that is really the key question. This time, the BJP is going it alone in Tamil Nadu, and it hopes that it can eat into the vote share of its erstwhile partner, the AIADMK. The second thing that works for the BJP is Hindutva. Will that work in the south? In Andhra Pradesh, the BJP has taken the strategy of looking for coalition partners. It is partnering with the Telugu Desam party and Janasena. The BJP's big challenge in Telangana this time is not the BRS, it's the Congress. It is very, very clear that the BJP's focus is on the south. It's been a week since the national elections have been announced, and right now the elections have a distinct southern flavor. In fact, if an external observer, if someone who doesn't live in India looks at all the coverage and everything that has been happening, they could be forgiven for thinking that the elections are happening only in South India. One reason for this, of course, is the Prime Minister's thrust in terms of rallies and everything else that's happened over the last 1 week in South India. And even before that, before the elections were announced, he participated in several programs. There were several projects that were launched. There were several things that were inaugurated. But right now, it is very, very clear that the BJP's focus is on the south. It's a good time to ask the question, why? The Prime Minister and the BJP have set for themselves the target of winning 370 Lok Sabha seats this time. This is up from 303 last time. Where are the numbers going to come from? If you were to do a quick review of the party's performance in 2019, you will realize that barring Uttar Pradesh, where in 2019 the Bahujan Samaj Party put up a surprisingly good performance, the BJP won 62 of the 80 seats. Down from its 2014 number. But barring Uttar Pradesh, across much of what is called the Hindi heartland of this country, there is very little room for the BJP to grow. There are very few seats for it to win, which is understandable. If you look at the three states that it actually lost in the 2018 assembly elections, which is Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh and Madhya Pradesh, they sent 65 members to the Lok Sabha, but in the Lok Sabha elections that happened in 2019, just a few months after the assembly elections, the party did a complete turnaround and won 62 of the 65 seats. The opposition was able to win only 3. So there is very little room for the BJP to grow in this part of the country. When you go to the east, the BJP did exceedingly well in the northeast, so one should just leave that out of the equation. If you look at West Bengal, it won 18 seats last time. It is going to be difficult to improve that tally. It may not, one doesn't know. But so the gains will largely have to come from the south, which is why it makes sense to look at the numbers in the south. Together, the southern states sent 130 members to the Lok Sabha. And these are 130 seats where the BJP has huge room for improvement. Let's break this up. In the 2019 election, the BJP won 29 seats out of these 130. Of these 29 seats, 25 were won in Karnataka and 4 in Telangana. It won no seats in Kerala, and in Tamil Nadu it did not win a single seat, although its ally, the AIADMK, won 1 seat. Of course, if you were to take allies into the equation, you have the AIADMK, and there was an independent in Karnataka in Mandya who also won with the BJP support. So you can add 2 more to their tally. So 29 plus 2 takes them to 31, which means you have almost 100 seats, 99 seats where the BJP did not make a dent. Why does the party think it can make a dent now? There are multiple reasons for this. Let's look at Kerala. Kerala is an extremely interesting electoral province. The reason for this is because it's alternated between the LDF and the UDF. Last time the UDF did exceedingly well. The UDF is the Congress-led coalition. The UDF did exceedingly well, won 19 of 20 seats, if I've got my numbers right. And the BJP, and this is an interesting point that many people actually do not know about, the BJP has always had a presence in Kerala. The Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh has been present in Kerala for decades. In fact, you could call Kerala one of their projects, much like the Northeast was one of their projects. The number of shakas in Kerala is very, very high. Unfortunately, this has not translated into a significant electoral presence, but only in terms of seats. If we were to look at it in terms of vote share, even in the last election, the BJP won almost 14% of the votes cast in Kerala. Now, how do you translate votes into seats, right? And that is really the key question. So jump to Tamil Nadu now. Tamil Nadu is another state where the BJP has traditionally not done well. And unlike Kerala, in Tamil Nadu, even its vote share has always been small. But this time, the BJP is going it alone in Tamil Nadu, and it hopes that it can eat into the vote share of its erstwhile partner, the AIADMK. So if it manages to increase its vote share, and I think in 2019, the BJP's vote share in Tamil Nadu was around 3.5% or 4%. It hopes to increase it to 18% or 19%, purely by eating away a lot of votes or eating into the vote share of the AIADMK. The challenge, and which is why I wanted to speak about Tamil Nadu along with Kerala, is even if you move up to 18%, and in Kerala you're already at 14%, this time you could go higher. And I'm saying go higher simply because if you look at the BJP's vote share in Kerala, it has always grown. It used to be 6%, then it became 10%, then it became 14%. So how do you take votes and convert them into seats? In the first past the post system, this typically happens if you have the right candidate in the right constituency. And the BJP, I think, is betting on the fact that at least in a few constituencies in Tamil Nadu, this time they will be able to do it. And that in a few constituencies in Kerala, they may be able to do it. It explains why someone as high profile as the Minister of State for IT, Rajiv Chandrasekhar, has been fielded from Kerala and not Karnataka, because he's from Bangalore. I am told, although there's no confirmation, that his own personal preference was to contest in Karnataka, which is also a state where the BJP traditionally does well. So in Tamil Nadu and Kerala, this is what the BJP is counting on, and we'll have to see whether it really makes a dent in these places. Across the country, there are three things that work for the BJP. The first thing that works for the BJP is welfare. Will welfare work in the South? Very difficult, because the social indicators in the South are much better than the social indicators in the North. The Dravidian parties in Tamil Nadu and both the LDF and the UDF in Kerala have made sure that their social indicators are high. In fact, they are off the charts. None of the northern states comes close to it, which is why I've always personally maintained that it does not make sense in getting a politician from Uttar Pradesh to go and campaign in Tamil Nadu or Kerala, because you don't have the same kind of social indicators to show for the period that you've governed. The second thing that works for the BJP is Hindutva. Will that work in the South? The honest answer to that question is that at this point in time, we do not know. Especially because the Ram Temple has resulted in a resurgence of this sentiment across the country, including in the South. Will it have some impact in the South? Tough to say. The third thing that works for the BJP is the Prime Minister's brand. The Prime Minister is a strong brand, no doubt, even in the southern part of the country. But a large part of what makes him a very, very strong brand in the Hindi heartland is the way he speaks, the way he communicates with people, the chord that he strikes with people, and all of this is done because of the language he uses. In the South, he is at a huge disadvantage because his Hindi idiom, when it gets translated, is completely lost. And that does not help as significantly as it does. He's still a very, very strong brand. So you'll have to weigh in these factors and then see whether the BJP's Project South will work or not. But what it makes for is a very, very interesting situation. We now come to Andhra Pradesh. In Andhra Pradesh, the BJP has taken the strategy of looking for coalition partners. It is partnering with the Telugu Desam party and Janasena. Last time in Andhra Pradesh, the BJP's vote share was insignificant. I think it was less than 1%. But between them, the Telugu Desam and the Janasena, although they did not win seats, their vote share was almost close to the vote share of the YSRCP, which won around 50% of the vote. So will that make a difference this time? Will the BJP, Telugu Desam and Shiv Sena and Janasena, manage to win more seats than they did last time? Telangana is a success story for the BJP, pretty much like Karnataka has always been. Because last time the BJP won 4 seats in Telangana. It could well win more this time, especially because it is going up against a significantly weakened BRS. One of the key leaders of the BRS, its founder's daughter, has also been arrested in the Delhi liquor excise policy scam. Currently in custody. So one will have to see how this plays out on the ground, whether it results in some sympathy for her and as a result her party, or whether their decline continues, because there was a huge wave of anti-incumbency against them. The Congress, of course, was a significant beneficiary of this in Telangana, so the BJP's big challenge in Telangana this time is not the BRS, it's the Congress. Which finally brings us to Karnataka. Has always been the BJP's stronghold. Will it continue to be the BJP's stronghold, especially because the Congress managed to win in the assembly elections? Tough to say. Interesting state. But so there you have it. 130 seats. If the BJP has to touch the 370 number, or even if it has to improve the 303 number that it did last time, the gains will all have to come from the south, which probably explains why so much of the Prime Minister's attention is on the south. Probably explains why it is such an interesting election to cover south of the Vindhyas.